O Lord, open our lips, and we will proclaim your praise. Reveal among us the light of your presence, that we may behold your power and glory. Today we continue the book of Ruth, chapters 3 and 4, and Ruth is now established in the land of Israel with mother-in-law Naomi. And Naomi says it would be good if you were able to get married. Now Boaz, this man who you've had some interaction with, is a relative of ours. He would be an ideal partner for you. And so she makes this arrangement, go to the threshing floor. When he lies down, notice the place he's lying and go and uncover his feet and lie there. And Ruth did exactly as her mother-in-law had suggested. Now, some people say that the uncovering of the feet is a euphemism for lovemaking. I don't think that is accurate, because this was clearly a communal sleeping place. People were sleeping after the harvest. They were all sleeping in this barn, and she goes up and discreetly lies at his feet. During the night he wakes up and notices her there, so if uncovering his feet was a euphemism for something else, he would have noticed. So he notices her lying at his feet. He knows that this is a woman approaching a man with a proposal of marriage. It's an established custom. And he extends the border of his garment. He covers her up with his garment. So it may have been some cuddling during the night. Hard to tell really what was going on. But remember, it's a communal place. So she had to get up before it was light and slip out, so that it didn't look like she'd made this approach to Boaz. Boaz then the next day went and made arrangements to marry Ruth. There was someone close whose responsibility it actually was to care for Ruth and Naomi, but Boaz took on that responsibility, married Ruth, and became the great-grandfather of King David. And of course that means Ruth the Moabitess, who was married to an economic refugee in Moab, someone who deserted his own country and went to live among the people of Moab. She then came back to Israel. She lived on benefits, gathering just the scraps left in the fields. She then made the approach to Boaz, rather than waiting for Boaz to approach her. Very humble, and yet she becomes the great grandmother of King David and in the line of our Lord. And so we read this passage and we see, whoever you are, whatever your background, God has got a plan and a purpose for your life, and it may be greater than anything you could possibly have expected. Amen.